Today we're reacting to how do you compare to the average man. A little different vid on the channel, excited to bring to y'all. Let's see what it's talking about, because I feel like to the average man, you know what I'm saying, I'm superior. You know what I'm saying? I'm extraordinary. Does that even line up? I'll be talking in the middle of the intro. Let me say
rendering of the average American man. This is a mathematically accurate rendering of the average American man.
Damn. This is a mathematical accurate rendering of the mathematical man. How many of you niggas in the comments like y'all are looking like this right here?
He's 5 feet 9 1/4 inches tall, 200 pounds, and 26% body fat. He was created by graphic artist Nicolay Lamb to illustrate America's growing obesity crisis. But when I first saw him, another thought crossed my mind. How do I measure up next to this average guy? I think it's something we've all wondered at some point in time. How do I compare to the average man? Am I smarter, hotter, better in bed? Statistically speaking, you probably think you are. 65% of Americans think they're above average intelligence, 69% above average attractiveness, and 80% think they're above average in bed. Even though logically 80% can't be above average, we still think so. This is due to what's called the better than average effect, a bias that leads us to overrate ourselves in just about everything. Morality, intelligence.
Morality, niggas might have me beat. I don't know if I've told y'all, I'm pretty sure I have, but probably 2024 I stopped helping homeless people. But that's just because of some things that happen. It's not that I don't want to help homeless people. You know, I don't like to help people. I take care of people. But, you know what I'm saying? And then also, like, I'm the type of person, I'm that friend that makes, like, be making jokes that if they were displayed in a platform online, I probably wouldn't make it too far. You know what I'm saying? Like, they be genuine jokes. I'm just laughing. I'm just playing. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, oh yeah, that, you know, that one friend that's like, nigga, if you, or your parent, you know how your mom, or you got that person in your life that's like, nigga, if you said this, your ass would be, they would end you. They would end you. You know what I'm saying?
Our ability to land a plane. But if nearly everyone thinks they're above average in everything, is there a way to really know where we stand? In this video, we're going to break down the stats, the science, and the surprising realities of where the average man really stands, and use those stats to put something together to definitively say if you're actually above average.
Let's do it.
So, to break down the stats of the average man, we're going to go over 3 categories: appearance, wealth, and relationships. Starting out with the physical attributes of the average man, he is, as mentioned earlier, 5 feet 9 1/4 inches tall, weighing 199.8 pounds, and is 26% body fat. But he's also 37 years old.
Oh.
Despite being the same height, the average 25-year-old American is 20 pounds lighter than the average 37-year-old, and is
okay, 5'9", 180.
only 21% body fat, 5% lower than his older counterpart, showing the decline of the average man's body composition as he ages.
That's crazy, right? Like, within a year, within 12 years, if you not doing what you supposed to, or taking care of yourself that well, you go from looking like this to this. It's crazy how some niggas, like, especially with your genetics, yo, I can fuck around. You could be doing the same thing, but just your body don't keep, like, it's not on the same wavelength as it once was. You know what I'm saying? That's why niggas be like, you just be like, damn, some people just blow up right after high school. Y'all know them girls or them dudes that just blew up? You be like, damn. And it's crazy because, like, that middle part of that blow up, you be like, damn, she look good. Like, if you like a thick woman, you be like, oh, she looking good. But then they just keep going. You like, oh, shit, that shit done flip quick. You know what I'm saying? Everybody should, like, I feel like everybody, regardless of how people feel, should have some type of gym present. Should be going to the gym, even if you're not one of them 7 days a week motherfucker. If you're not a 5 day a week, at least a 3. You know what I'm saying? 3 day a week. Like, we moving around, getting active. You feel me? Oh, Why my shit not starting?
As he ages. Another thing that declines with age is the average man's hairline.
Ooh.
At 20 years old, the average man has a Norwood 1 hairline, meaning only small amounts of recession at the temples. But by 37, the overall average, the average man has a Norwood 3.
A Norwood 3. This is when, like, I got my OG, my mentor. His shit like this right here. It's tall. It's tall. When your vertical bars are tall like this, you know what I'm saying? His shit tall, but he keeping it. This is when we just, I wouldn't. You know what? I ain't gonna lie. I'm not. If my shit look like this, I'm not going bald. If I'm 37 and my shit was like this in some world, because it's not gonna be, but it was like this, I'm not going bald. Niggas can't tell me you gotta go bald with this right here. Nah, I just got plenty of shit on my head. It's far back, but I'm keeping my shit.
Hairline, significant temple and corner recession.
And do y'all feel like, too, another thing, do y'all feel like, fellas, why do I feel like the epidemic of your corners getting light is like, maybe, now you know what, maybe it's always been a thing. It's just that we were so young, like niggas corners wasn't getting light. I've had some corner light scares before. I was like, hold on, I did some minoxidil shit before, couple times, but I don't know what essentially got it to return and nothing, but it was light at one point. Maybe it was stress. That's probably what it was, stress, when my funds were low. And I was like, fuck, my shit was getting light. It was probably stress, to be honest, for real. Your funds being low will take that hair away on everything I love. God rest my Uncle Sean. That nigga, he was a truck driver. He owned like multiple trucks. I remember I used to pull up on him. He had this like, he was from California, he was from LA. He had this afro, you know, the LA old nigga afro, you know, short, not long. It's just a short little afro. And I remember pulling up and seeing him one year, and everything was gone. It was bald. That nigga used to be stressed. Yeah, say, man, them trucks, man, the trucks. And I think that's what it was. I also really think that's also what made him pass, bro. God rest my Uncle Soul. That's why you always need to make sure y'all have some type of outlet in some way away from work. I know work can be stressful, but niggas need to be able to do things to help they stress, bro. Because stress kills, for real. I seen it. Real shit.
Though not really part of appearance, strength is something I'm sure you're curious about anyway. So here's how strong the average man is. The average man benches 135 pounds, squats 155 pounds, and deadlifts 175 pounds.
135, that's 245 on each side. That's 145 on each side. Average, okay, that makes sense. But I feel like as a young man, a good goal to have is to be able to do 225 on a bench. Honestly, I think I think 225 on squat is minimum. Like, I feel like this would be a minimum 1 rep max for niggas. 225 on all of those, and on the deadlift, I don't know how yours should be, but the most I've ever done on deadlift was 3 plate. Was it 3 or 4? I have a video. I'm gonna go through my phone and look, but 3 or 4 plate. But I won't say that. But squat, I think minimum for a man, 225. Let me not say that, because I ain't gonna lie, 225. I'm gonna stand on that. Y'all tell me what y'all think.
This may seem low to some of you, but when you account for the fact that only 23% of Americans go to the gym, it makes a lot of sense. The last part of appearance to discuss is the schlong. The average man is 5.36 inches long, according to a meta-analysis using lengths measured by researchers, notably a full inch shorter.
5 inch, huh? Let me hit that button again, it messed up.
Than the average self-reported length. Moving on to wealth, the income of the average American man is $65,752 per year before taxes. This will obviously vary depending on age, though. These are the average annual incomes in America by age cohort.
This is crazy. And sometimes I'll be talking about this in these videos, y'all, but like, it's come to be very, very clear that there is no middle class anymore. It is poor and rich. So you decide what it is that you want, and you strive for that until you get to where you want to be. Because if you just think about it, let's say you was making 70 racks a year. 70 a year is a lot different than it was 20 years ago, 70 racks. Now think about 20 years from now if you still making 70 racks with what's everything going on, things going up. Niggas gonna be underwater. That'd probably be minimum income of motherfuckers at some point. Like, you just gotta keep increasing. That's just the light. Like, niggas can complain all they want and blame America all they want, but like, they might have good valid, points. But at the end of the day, them points you making don't add income. So I really advise motherfuckers to start to, handle business and increase that income. Not gonna lie. Why is my shit not pressing start, man?
Young men, as expected, earn less than their older counterparts, with earning power peaking around 50 before gradually declining until retirement. In addition to income, we need to look at the average man's net worth. Despite the earning power of the American population being quite good, the net worth of Americans is not as high as you might expect. $270K with retirement right around the corner is a pretty tough spot to be in, and when we look at the cash savings of the average American man, around $5,300, we begin to see the average man is just getting by financially. The last category to discuss is relationships. They're the primary motivator behind almost everything the average man does.
Yeah.
He gets in shape to attract women, works a job to support a family. They're why he does what he does. But how well is it working? How successful is the average man with women?
Okay.
Well, this is the timeline of the average American man. The average man has his first kiss at 15 years old, around
Okay. Y'all let me know y'all first kiss. What age y'all got your first kiss in the comments. Mine was 13. My first relations was 15.
17, he loses his virginity.
Okay.
He eventually gets married at 30, and he'll have 2 children in the following years.
Okay, well, I got early on that one. My son at 24. I had my son at 24. Yeah.
He'll experience intimacy with 7 partners by the end of his life, and around 54 times a year throughout his adult life. When single, he'll experience intimacy with 1 new partner a year, but he's in a relationship more.
I know a nigga that's committing Satan's work then. That committed Satan's work. He's not doing that anymore, boy. Well, I called him on the videos, but one of the prior videos. The nigga racked up 70 bodies in a year minimum. I'm telling you, I'm not lying. And y'all niggas be trying to guess people. Oh, which dog? Oh, it's no, nigga, no. I would just be like, oh, I done or dog. No, no, nigga, I grew up with.
More than he's not. There's been a movement recently pushing the idea that dating is over for the average man, but I'm not so sure about that. Looking at the statistical averages, the average man's dating life isn't actually that bad. Anyways, that's all the numbers.
Lifetime
so, let's get to the fun
7.
part. Let's figure out if you are actually above average. Taking the stats of the average man, I put together a program that takes your stats and cross-references them with the average man to evaluate your personal sexual market value. The program takes your stats and adjusts them to be relative to your age, and then returns the exact percentile you rank among the population, with the average man mapped perfectly to the 50th percentile, definitively letting you know whether you're above or below average, and by how much, at least as far as SMV goes. I also built an option to get a detailed report that gives you specific insights into your percentile, like your exact...
What's that in the description, my nigga? That's all you need to tell me. Okay, yeah, let's do it real quick. Age, 27. Facial attractiveness, solid but not stand out. Some facial flaws, balding, overweight, unattractive. The good-looking friend, model tier. Solid but not... I'd probably say the good-looking friend. Say that. Height, let me get that 6'2". 70 inches is okay. It's Some would say I'm 6'3". I like to bring myself down to earth, 6'2". Weight, I'm probably like 205 right now. I'm probably like 205. Oh, so I'm an overweight fat ass nigga. Okay. And body fat, I want to say body fat model. Let me see images. I'm trying to see like 4%, 8%, 15%. I'm between 8 and 15. I'm not that shredded. I'll probably say, what's this? Okay, 8, 10, 15. Oh, okay. I'm more 15. So I'll say 15%. 15. If this is like for real, like this right here, I'm at 15. Like that's actually 15%, then I'm 15. And then income, I'm not gonna type this into your annual income. Damn. No commas. Damn. No, I'm not gonna do that. Never mind, guys. Job title status, extreme status, celebrity athlete CEO. Probably just say high status. Damn. I wanted to do this with y'all, man. Let me see. Maybe I can like. Let me bring it off the screen. And I'll bring it back. Let me see. Okay. It says I'm in the. Does it have any of my info on here? Okay, no. There we go. It says where you could reach 99. I'm in the 84th percentile among men in my age group. I have a potential of a 99.8. Well, y'all go look at y'all shit, I guess. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Like the video, sub up, comment up, Benjamin on channel. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm grateful for y'all, man. And we gonna edit it.